Hey everyone, Sarah Longwell here, publisher of the Bulwark. Today I want to talk to you about the anatomy of a distraction. All right, so this morning I tried to outline this on Twitter and on Blue Sky, and I'm getting a lot of pushback on my thesis, which is that while people are focusing on Elon's is it not a Nazi salute, while people are focused on that, they are not focused on the fact that last night Donald Trump issued a wild number of unconstitutional executive orders, and then he pardoned the January 6th attackers on the Capitol. Now, here's the thing. I want to take you back to where Steve Bannon was talking about flooding the zone with shit, okay? There is a strategy behind what Republicans do when they want to distract you from the real harm they're doing with sort of effervescent stuff that, like, nobody can really pin down. Now, I know what you're thinking, right? You're saying, Sarah, he 100% gave a Nazi salute. And you know what? There are some points in your favor. Number one, that looks like a Nazi salute. Like the actual physical gesticulation of it, that is, it's got some Nazi salute-ish, it's got all the flavors. Okay, so that's one thing. Second thing is that we know he supports the AfD in Germany, which is the extreme far-right party, which includes a lot of the white nationalists. And so, that's not a point in his favor. That's not great. And in fact, something that Elon should very much be condemned for. And then Elon has allowed a lot of Nazis to find a warm and safe harbor on his platform. That said, I sort of don't think that's what he was doing. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what I think. Why? I'll give you my points why I don't think so. I don't think so because, A, if he was so excited to give a Nazi salute, why isn't he standing by it today? He's not. He's on his platform, pushing back, saying that, accounts saying that he was doing this are insane. Two, I think in the context of the video where he's doing this, it looks both Nazi-ish, but he is following around. He says right afterwards, I'm sending love to you, or I'm sending my heart to you. And so, in that context, it could just be a very awkward way of using his arms. Elon is a very odd guy. When you watch him in other contexts, he is, he's strange with his body and his move, uncomfortable. So he does things that don't always look the way like somebody else. If I was going to throw my heart out to somebody, I might be like, I throw my heart to you. I don't probably go like this. That's me, Elon's his own kind of strange duck. Here's the thing, though, okay? And this is a comms matter. Did Elon or didn't Elon put up his arm in a Nazi salute quickly becomes like, is the dress black or is it gold? Or some other kind of fight where it becomes a Rorschach test for partisanship, right? So Democrats are like, Sarah, it's on video. You can see it. And Republicans are like, are you crazy? Why would he do a Nazi salute? Of course that wasn't a Nazi salute. He was throwing his heart out to people. There will be no solution to that conversation, okay? It is going to be, one side's going to be, yes, he did. The other side's going to be, no, he didn't. It goes nowhere. And I'll tell you something. Republicans would much rather say that Democrats are insane, accusing Elon of being a Nazi and throwing the Nazi salute. They want to have that fight. They want to get into that. Why? Because they feel like it's really easy to make Democrats look like they're the ones overreading things, overreacting to things. Whereas Republicans know that Donald Trump pardoning the January 6th committee, nobody wants to get asked about that on the right. Half of them, J.D. Vance said he wasn't going to do it. J.D. Vance said Trump isn't going to pardon people who violently assaulted cops. Well, he just did. So did a whole bunch of the anti crowd, or even the pro-Trump crowd, or the Wall Street Journal editorial page. Okay, he just made J.D. Vance look like a fool for going on television and saying Trump's not going to, pardon these violent insurrectionists who went after cops. Okay, he's humiliating people. Focus on that. And I'm not saying that they're playing, 16-dimensional chess and that Elon did that thing so that we'd all talk about that instead of talking about what Trump's doing. But they do understand that there are fights they want to have and there are fights they don't want to have. And I'm just telling you that the did he or didn't he throw a Nazi salute fight is a fight that the right wants to have. And the Trump definitely pardoned the January 6th insurrectionists, as well as issued a ton. Look, it was all day, every day, all day. Republicans had been up in arms about Joe Biden pardoning his family, pardoning members of the January 6th committee. And now he pardons people who actually committed crimes. Look, I'm not a fan of what Joe Biden did with those pardons, not at all. That being said, he was pardoning people that Donald Trump was saying he was going to target, okay, who had, I think in most of the cases, although there is a, Hunter and his brother, that's a little iffier. But like Liz Cheney didn't commit any crimes. Adam Kinzinger didn't commit any crimes. The staff and the members of the January 6th committee, they didn't commit any crimes. So the preemptive pardons are because Trump said he's going to target people. I don't think that makes them okay. I do think it makes them morally different than Donald Trump issuing pardons for people who assaulted cops, broke into the Capitol, and tried to overturn an election. Because what Donald Trump is telling people, the pernicious, scary thing about Donald Trump pardoning these January 6th insurrectionists is he's saying, if you commit violence in my name, I will forgive you. Now, look, if Elon is a Nazi throwing Nazi salutes, he'll do it again. There'll be more information. But that is a distraction from what Donald Trump is doing. And I think that Democrats have got to figure out, or that's the pro-democracy coalition in general, as we figure out how to fight back against Trump 2.0, I think that there is a picking and choosing of battles. They intentionally try to exhaust you with outrages where they can make you look ridiculous. And I'm sorry that this is one of them. This is one where they want to have the Elon fight, don't want to have a conversation about what Trump just did on January 6th. It is just my personal belief that you have to focus on the things where you're fighting on the best terrain. And some of these things that look more like short-term outrages that everybody's just going to fight about for a little bit and then forget about in 2 days, those are not the places to expend your energy. Your energy is a resource. It's a limited resource, a finite resource. And so don't let them direct your attention. You figure out what are the things that are the most dangerous, the most damaging, and focus there, because it is a strategy of theirs to make you chase everything. It is a strategy of theirs to make you have to deal with so much that you can't sort of locate the stuff that really matters. And so part of pushing back against Trump and what they do with their media ecosystem is not letting them drag you into outrages that aren't going to matter versus outrages that absolutely are going to matter. So I'm happy to take feedback on this. Happy to keep mixing it up in the comments in terms of you telling me what you think. But that is my position. And if we see Elon throw another Heil Hitler looking thing, we can talk about that then.